There's a lot of bad, and by bad I mean just patently false, uh, information on the web about the coronavirus outbreak. At the same time, just tuning that out is not an option for a lot of people. But pandemics are a serious business. In a previous time, we might have just followed along on the nightly news, right? When Walter Cronkite said, don't panic, we wouldn't panic. If Walter Cronkite ever said, panic, we would panic. But for a lot of people today, that's not enough. People want to track these issues closely. They want to engage with expert commentary. They want to inform their neighbors. And there's good things about that, right? Absolutely. Engagement can be good. An engaged and informed public can even help mitigate the effects of a pandemic through civic action, through civic information. And when influential people get engaged in this way, they can mobilize millions for good, for the common good. So that's great. But there's a downside too. When the people who are the most engaged and the most influential don't have basic verification skills, unsubstantiated rumors can quickly spread. Sometimes those rumors have direct harmful effects, but even when they don't, this fire hose of falsehood, right, convinces not only those engaged, but their neighbors, their fans, their followers, that nothing can be trusted. When trustworthy information is finally available, it's ignored or it's swallowed in this flood of daily conspiracy theory. When it is finally time to act, when the population is truly in danger, we sometimes see this boy who cried wolf effect. The public will think they've heard this all before, and it never turns out true. And when that happens, sometimes people die. So what can we do about this? What can you do about this? How can we take advantage of the new levels of engagement of the public with these issues online while making sure that engagement is not manipulated by bad actors or misinformed by error? For over a decade, I've been looking at issues related to this. And for the past 4 years, I've worked relentlessly on one small piece of this issue. And what I've been trying to answer is this. What is the smallest set of skills, the smallest set that we can give people that prepares them to actively engage as citizens on the web? And you heard me right there. I said smallest, not largest. There's a place for developing deep statistical knowledge that lets you comb through raw data. There's a place for critical thinking. There's a place for semester-long courses on the history of journalism or communications theory. But when we examine the errors that people make on the web, they're very often quite simple. They're not a function of statistical literacy or critical thinking. People fail at the web largely because they don't know or practice basic habits of verification or context building, stuff that takes not 30 minutes, but 30 seconds to do. So working with students and faculty over the past years, we've refined some of these skills, and we've refined the teaching of these skills to a point where we believe we can teach people these skills in about 4 hours. I call them tricks. Other people advise me not to call them tricks, but I think if you do this, if you learn these skills, they will feel a little like magic. We organize these into a model we call SIFT. I'll introduce you to that model in the next video, but I'm begging you, if you're going to be engaged with this issue, or if you know someone that is, coronavirus, the outbreak on the web, take 4 hours of your time and go through this course. And if you are a media star or a political leader with hundreds of thousands of followers, it's really important for you to know this stuff, right? The secret knowledge of the web. Stick with this. It'll take an afternoon at most. And though it sounds really cheesy to say, it's important because people's lives may depend on this. It's really worth your time. So give it a shot. Hope you follow on to the next lessons.